Sweety Pie, and welcome back again. Sweety Pie's back. Tell a friend, guess who's back? 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 And yes, that is the vacuum in the background because, you know, my house doesn't stop. Apparently. Today we are doing a physician's formula video. I literally collected all of the physician's formula, cat hairs, all the physician's formula in my collection, and I was like, you know what, I've got a few newbies. If you follow my Instagram, you know I got my hands on this baby here, which is their newest addition to their like face palettes, and it is the All-Star, so we're gonna use this baby today. I also have a new highlighter, but I haven't taken any photos of it, and I wanted to show it to you, but you know what, screw it, let's just swatch this highlighter, whatever. I also got their new Muramura Butter Believe It foundation and concealer. I didn't get the putty primer because honestly I have like 3 different putty primers from 3 different brands and it looked exactly the same as the e.l.f. but this is so pretty. This is their Mineral Wear Diamond Dust. Oh, I hope there's no overspray. No overspray. Oh, and it doesn't even look different. Ooh, this is weird. We're going to use this today because this looks interesting. I'm excited for this. Anyway, I got all of my other stuff as well. I have so many highlighters that I know I'm not going to be able to use. I have their cream blushes, cream bronzer, lip stuff. I have their old, or not old, but like their last year's butter collection with Wiley Hung. I never know how to say her name. And then I have a ton of eyeshadow palettes. I don't have a mascara except for the one that is in this gold vault. And chances are I don't think my look is going to go for a... Gosh, my house is like... Literally, there was no noise or rub kiss until now. Oh, goodness me, really? I cannot get this mascara out of here. Like, bro. I'm gonna break. Oh, there we go. Okay. This is the only mascara I have, and I mean, it is gold. So we maybe will throw this in. We'll see what happens. I don't know what kind of eye look we're going to end up doing. I also have like the Rose All Day. And then I have, this is their Tropical Days. I gave the other one away, I think. I had both of them, but a lot of eyeshadows. I also still have their Casey Holmes collection. I really need to depot this stuff because yeah, these two, this might actually be the lippy that went in there. But yeah, anyway, tons of stuff. Let's get on with it. We're wasting time. Let's go on with concealer. Well, this is foundation and concealer. This is their new Physicians Formula Butter Believe It foundation and concealer. I got it in the shade Fair to Light. So we'll see. And I need a mirror. Here we go. That's a nice big mirror. So yeah, there is so much neutral. Okay, so this is a little bit thicker, and it does actually look like the shade's gonna be a little deeper. Okay, right away I can tell this is not like... This feels... a little oily. Ooh, nice. Okay, the shade is just slightly darker than I am right now, which is a good thing because honestly there was like 3 shades on that M cap that I saw. But yeah, this feels kind of serum-y. And it is definitely not full coverage. Just let me build it up and I'll bring you a little closer. Okay guys, so this is like essentially one layer of that foundation. And although I feel like it looks better on camera than it does in real life, I feel like there's quite a few little spots. So, because they say concealer, we're gonna go and just dab on the areas where I clearly need a little more. Because I don't plan on using concealer today because I don't have a Physicians Formula concealer. All the Physicians Formula concealers I had have sucked like badly, so I don't even bother keeping them. Alright, now the best thing to do, especially if you find that you have something that's not covering as well as you'd like, is, and I definitely have gotten this tip from Jackie Ina, just leave it for a moment, let it like get out to the air and get a little thicker, I think is like essentially the way they explain it, and it tends to give you a little bit extra coverage. I'm trying to see, I really don't think that gave me whole lot of extra coverage. No, it didn't. Well, that's too bad. So this is a strictly like medium coverage with a sponge, unless something like really magical happens with a brush, which I don't know if this would be a good formula for a brush or not. It's very serumy. I would still love to use a concealer, but I'm not going to. Okay. Well, I guess we're moving on. So I've got some cream products I want to use. Let's throw on, this is the Sculpting Bronzer. This is the shade Toffee Caramel. And I don't know if this is going, like, just going bad or not, because it seemed a little bit, I don't know, we'll see how it blends here. I'm not going to speak before I do. Now, I'm wondering, like, is this a dewy blush day? You know what? No, we're going to just use the blush that's in this new palette, the All-Star palette. I do love the Physicians Formula dewy blushes, but you kind of have to be doing a certain type of look for that. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is take the, this is what their All-Star palette looks like. They have a, what they call a powder palette multicolored pressed powder. If you're a really deep skin tone, I really don't think that you're gonna be able to use this as a setting powder, but I could be wrong because I am not of a darker skin tone, so I don't know how these types of like mixy powders work, but like when I swatch it on my skin and use it underneath my eyes, like it looks pretty light to me. I'll show you right now. Just going under the eye. And see, like, it really just mattifies. Like if you see one side, you like a lot of that dewiness there. The other side's very, very buffed out. This is one of my favorite brushes ever. It's the Japanesque, oh gosh, tapered. For underneath the eyes. I use this pretty much every day now. Okay, because I don't really set my face with powder anymore, like my whole face, I'm just gonna use this, and I've been using this powder to set my whole face for a while now. I just do this like my wrinkly areas more or less, so that the product doesn't like get stuck in them essentially. You can see that kind of made my forehead just a little bit white casty, and that's what kind of deters me away from saying that like a darker skin tone might be able to use this, because that powder there, like, and the blush is so light. Like after I use the bronzer, like the matte Monui butter bronzer, the matte one is a little bit darker, a little bit warmer, and then they put in the Muramura butter bronzer, like the original, and I don't know, I like the original better than the matte one, only because I think it's like a really orangey tone. I'll show you. Okay, so let's go in. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here because I don't want to go in with a lot of it. Okay, I'm going to go in with a really fluffy brush into that matte bronzer there at the bottom. And it has kind of like a, like sweet tarts. Now like, do you see that? It's just a little like redder. Just more on the red side. And then if I go in with, let's say, like this brush and go into that butter bronzer, which I actually kind of have to dig in a little bit, you can see the difference once I get this. Like, see, even on my, see, you've got this cheek, which is like redder, and then you've got this one, which I feel like just has like a darker, more bronzy look to it. So oddly enough, I thought I was gonna love that bronzer. Not quite as in love as I thought I would be. For symmetry, we're gonna go over here with some of that bronzer. Dust it over the nose a little bit. And then for blush, I really need a different brush for that though. I'm going to use like something like a big foundation brush, and I'm going to go into the Happy Booster Glow and Mood Boosting Blush, which is right here. And what this is more of a light toned highlighty. Oh, I just got that all over my phone. Just tapping that off there. And then going in, and see, it's just really light and kind of has a shimmer to it. No blush, blush. And I will say these products, besides that bronzer, that matte bronzer, go on. That matte bronzer you have to be a little bit more careful of, but, and maybe that glowier highlight, because I have seen a couple little flecks on my face. One thing that I was really disappointed about in this palette is the Powder Palette Mineral Glow Pearls. It's an overspray. And the overspray isn't even the same shade as the actual highlighter that is in there. So I felt kind of like what are you doing? I don't know. It felt weird. So that is one thing. But yeah, I think we are finished with that palette. We are going to, ooh, I'm so excited. I'm excited to use this. So let's go in with, I'm going to go in with this brush to highlight and see if I can pick some up. It's not even changing shape when I go into it at all. Wow, that is kind of glittery. I think this is definitely the type of highlighter that you would actually be really good to go in with a sponge, just so you can lay down those like pearly bits and like stamp them more into your skin. That is really crazy pretty though. Like it's a little textury though. I will say that, like it is like kind of quote unquote bits of glitter, bits of shimmer. It's not bits of glitter, it's more bits of shimmer. And they are in all different colors. They are in a pinky hue. There seems to be like kind of more of a silvery hue there as well. It's so pretty though. Like if you weren't like opposed to using really pretty blinding highlighters, you would have no problem with this one, I don't think. But yeah, as I said, probably not going to be for everyone. Diamond Dust is definitely, remember that name, because that is definitely not the same formula as their highlighters like in here. Not the same formula. Actually, and neither is the blush either. That blush that's in that new palette is nothing like that formula either. Okay, guys, I have no eyebrow stuff from Physicians Formula. So I'm going to go throw on a quick brow, and then we will go into the eyes and whatnot. Right, eyebrows on, and now you can like kind of see that highlight more. See how it's kind of a little textury. It's a little textury. Okay, I'm just trying to like get myself situated so that you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Oh, no, 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 no. Gosh. Getting comfortable at this desk is just a lifelong tragedy. Stay. Stop moving. Stop moving. Okay, so what are we using for eyeshadow today? I'm not even head on the camera. Okay, there we go. Okay, what are we using for eyeshadows? I'm kind of looking at this one. This is my favorite one that I have from Physicians Formula. This is the Tropical Days. Ooh, let's see if there's like a shimmer or something in one of those palettes that is like really nice. I have the Rose All Day. Oh, this one. It's okay. You know what? No, we're going to use the gold palette. There is a shimmer in here that I think would go really well with some of the browns. So that's what we're going to do today. That one definitely needs a spray of something or other. Here we are. I've got the Milani Fruit Fetish Make It Last. We'll use that one today. But yeah, let's just go into the mattes in this palette. Ooh, I don't have any eye primer either. Shall we put something down? I don't know. I don't really think we need anything per se, but I'm just going to take a tiny bit of the MAC paint pot and just touch my lid with it a little bit. Just because I don't want this look to look terrible. I'm going to use that matte white first, or that cream shade, and I'm just working that kind of in my inner corner, just for a little bit of lightness when we start putting all those other shades down. Then I think I'm going to go into the shade right beside it, which is kind of like a pinky peachy kind of matte, just as our first kind of transition, which has like very little pigment. Not a whole lot going on there. Just like a really light wash of pink, or not even, like a neutral pink. Like a neutral pink. Okay, let's go into, yeah, let's do this warmer brown. Probably gonna use half the mattes in this palette. I'm gonna start going in the crease now. And I think I'm just gonna do like something super, not basic, but you know what I mean. Like it's gonna be darker in the outer V, and then that shimmer on the lid. God, that was really pretty. And then with the same brush, I'm gonna go into that darker shade, that darkest one, and just hit like the outer corner. And these are a little bit powdery, but they can be built up pretty good. And I'm just building on that dark shade around my outer corner, going it back into the lighter one and just kind of blending, 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 blending. And see, that wasn't too bad. I always feel like I have a bit of a line here, but I think that's just, honestly, like the camera. Making a little bit softer. I'm going to take that shimmer and it is this shimmer right here that I'm going to use. You can see that's the one I've used so much of in this palette. And I'm literally just going to get it on my finger. It is very loose. Like once you start rubbing it, it comes off. Then I'm going to give it one spray and gently nestle it in there. Not to create too much fallout. If you've got really long nails, honestly, sponge tip applicators, as much as people joke, you can spray those and it's like using your finger. And see, when you wet it, it's just fantastic on the lid. As Tati says, honestly, and I always screw up and try and use the other finger. Always use one finger and then the other finger when you're using your fingers in your makeup, because that's just the way it works. Okay, we need an inner corner, and I'm just like looking around. I've got 1,000 highlighters here. Do I want to use this like green? I wonder what that would look like. Okay, I'm gonna go into this green iridescent shade here. And I'm hoping I have like a little, here we go. This is the JS 130, which I tend to use a lot. I literally should just get the 130 and throw this fucker away. Okay, got some of that on there. That did not do it for me, and I gotta get rid of that. Okay, that shade is just not enough. Let's look for a different shade to use. Like, there isn't one in here either. Let's see, what are the highlighters like in here? This might be pretty, but it's not gold. You know what? Let's try using the diamond dust. I'm going to take that exact same brush that I was just using. Throw a little setting spray on it. Hopefully I'm not wrecking this highlighter. I'm just going on the edge here. Wow, like inner corner highlight is not today. It's just not. Like, that's okay, but it's nowhere near as blinding as I'm looking for, honestly. Let's see here. What's in this one? Okay, I'm gonna go into this limited edition highlighter that is in the Casey Holmes set and see if that can be my inner corner highlight. Oh, we're getting a little success here, people. Let's rub that. Okay, that is more what I was looking for. All right, see, that is more what I'm looking for when I'm looking for an inner corner highlight. Found it in that. Thank God for that. Okay, let's get on some mascara. You know, I'm going to put this on the bottom lash line just to be fun, but I think I'm going to use a black on my upper lash line. Sorry. All right, guys. Well, this is the final look. from all of those face products and eye products, I would say the skin isn't perfect. Like I got a little line here already. I got a little line there already. You know, these lines don't look amazing, and it's only been on for maybe a half an hour. So no, not the best looking foundation so far. Not bad though. I did use it as concealer, which is kind of out of the ordinary. And I honestly noticed that those shadows really flake everywhere. Like even when I was matting it down with some setting spray, it was still kind of flying everywhere. So I don't know. I know you can still get all of those palettes, so I definitely would say that this one is by far my favorite. Shimmers aren't amazing, but they're a little they're a lot tackier. Just a little less on the shimmery side. I don't know, you know, drugstore eyeshadows. The foundation, as I said, still actually like it. Would never use it as concealer again. You can definitely see the bags under my eyes. But also threw on this lippy, which is literally, it was in my favorites of the year. It is the Muramura butter lip butter. I have them in a bunch of different shades. This one I just used the most, Soaking Up the Sun. Yes. And here is the proof of usage. Yeah. So yeah, like these, and I liked them for like, because we were all wearing masks and it's essentially crap out there right now. So yeah, I didn't use the cream blushes, but they were in my favorites as well. They're very good. I think I am going to throw out this Organic Wear Sculpting Bronzing with jojoba oil. I think it has gone bad. It does have jojoba oil in it though, so maybe it's just the jojoba oil in it. Dislike this 24 karat gold collagen mascara. It's cute and everything, but like one, you can barely see it, and two, it definitely gives off way too much product, which I think if it didn't give off, well, maybe that's not true. If it didn't give off this much product, I don't think it would go onto your lashes quite as as well as it does. So anyway, oh, last new thing is this All-Star palette. Do I like it as much as I liked this one? No, I don't. I honestly don't. I think that this one is a little more inferior just for the fact that I don't love the matte bronzer, and I don't love the pearl highlighter either. It's not that it's not a pretty highlighter, it's just the overspray was so sparkly that it tends to get into everything else and it drives me crazy. So that is the only like qualms I really have. This is definitely for a light to like light medium at all. I don't think dark or, you know, even, you know, medium to dark could really get a good use out of this, because I don't think you're gonna like the powder and I don't think you're gonna like the blush, because they're just light. They're light. So yeah, Physicians Formula, drugstore is great for that, right? Anyway, I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed just sitting with me, trying some products. You know, I was so excited to get that All-Star palette. Literally, the girl in the store was like, oh my god, I have the palette for you. So yeah. Yeah, it's nice. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and have a great day, night, evening. Oh shoot! The Diamond Dust highlighter. It's pretty nice, actually. It's very, very like, you know, Natasha Denona does some of those highlighters as well. It's very like the Fenty Gloss Bomb highlighter kind of thing. It's like that. But yeah, glittery, little textury, really pretty though. All right? Anyway, love you guys so much. Mwah. Bye!